Hey there everyone! Welcome to day 0, I guess, of your forearm stand challenge, and I'm just here to explain the moves of the challenge. So like I mentioned yesterday in the video, there's going to be 5 moves. You're doing them every single day and you are increasing difficulty every single day in some way, shape, or form. Okay, and then by the end of it, that means you're just going to have done a ton of conditioning and exercises, and we're hoping to see some results. Okay, so pardon me. Starting off with the first move. The first move is your forearm plank. Okay, so in your forearm plank, like I have mentioned before, your elbows are underneath of your shoulders. You have 2 options with the hands. You can clasp the hands together in like a prayer, or you can put the hands flat on the floor. If your palms are flat on the floor, your fingertips are pointed forward, so your index finger is pointed towards the front. From here, I want you to think about pulling your elbows together. So you're thinking about squeezing the elbows together as you push your upper chest to the ceiling. So my upper back is pushing to the sky, my hips are in line from shoulders to ankles, and I'm squeezing my glutes and my core to tuck my hips under. My butt's not up here, my hips are not back here, my shoulders are over the elbows, okay? If this is too difficult for you, come to one knee first, try it here. If this is still too difficult, you can do it on 2 knees, okay? But I'm focusing on rounding out my upper back, and I am staying in a nice diagonal line. Your first day, you're doing a 15-second hold. Every additional day, you're adding 15 seconds. So on day 2, it's a total of 30. On day 3, it's 45. On day 4, you're doing a minute. And then on day 5, you're doing a minute 15, okay? So first exercise, like I said, forearm plank. Your second exercise is a combination of 4 movements, okay? Your tucks, your tilts, and your twists. Now you're going to do 15 reps in every single direction. So 15 up, 15 down, 15 to one side, 15 to the other side. Every single day you are adding 5 reps. So on day 2, or should I say day 1, you're doing 15. Day 2, you're doing 20. Day 3, you're doing 25. Day 4, you are doing 30. And then on day 5, you are doing 35. Okay, so for tilts, tucks, and twists. Again, you're in your forearm plank. Because again, we're working our forearm stand, so a lot of these moves are in your forearm plank. From here, you can have your feet nice and hip distance apart, so if you're more advanced, your feet are together. But otherwise, your feet are hip distance apart. For your tilts, I'm going to lift my bum up to the sky, so this is the tilt option. I'm tilting up. So if you notice, my shoulders stay where they are, and my back stays where it is, but my hips are moving. So I tilt, 1. I tuck 1, so I force the tuck. So even more than normal, I force it. Then from here, I'm going to twist to one side, and then exhale up and twist to the other, okay? So again, it's a 4-part movement. Whether you're doing the tuck or the tilt first, I don't really care. But as long as you're doing all 4. Now, if you're getting confused with the movements, then just do tucks and tilts for 15, rest, and then do your twists for 15. Okay, so you can separate the movements, or you can do all 4 right after another. Pardon me, I just had my dinner. Okay, so like I mentioned, 15 reps, adding 5 per day. So that was exercise number 2. Moving on, exercise number 3 is your dolphin walk. And you're going to add a dolphin hold at the top. Okay, so you're going to start off in your plank. Shoulders again, underneath of, or on top of those elbows, should I say. Hips in a nice diagonal line. Legs are squeezed, and I'm pushing my upper back to the ceiling. From here, I'm going to pike up, lifting my butt, and then I'm going to walk my feet towards my hands until I can't anymore. I'm going to hold here for 5 seconds, and then I'm going to slowly walk back to my plank. Okay? You're going to do, again, 15 of those, adding 5 per day. Good thing to notice with your forearm stands or your forearm hold. Again, like I mentioned, pulling the elbows together. Focus on pushing your elbows into the floor to round out your upper back. For these, they're pretty self-explanatory. You push the hips back, come into your inverted V, similar to your downward dog, and walk your feet in. This movement has a lot to do with your low abdominals. So think about squeezing your belly button back into your spine, really engaging the core, and tucking the hips as you walk up. So I'm here, I lift, and then I round my bum to walk my feet up, okay? So that's exercise number 3. And again, that's your dolphin walk. Apologies, someone just flushed a toilet, and I hope that's caught in my video that you can hear the water draining. From here to spin to exercise number 4. Now exercise number 4 is the same thing as your dolphin walk, except you're doing it in a slide format. So you want to think to yourself, you need a blanket, or you can also do this in socks if you have socks, or if you have pole dance shoes or you have stripper shoes, you can do it in the shoes too, because it's the same thing as anything else you would do in the shoes. It protects your toes. But anyways, if you are using a blanket, and if you're on floor that is not the most slippery, I'm going to show you a modification, okay? So when I first came up with this challenge, I did this on hardwood floors, so the hardwood is a lot more smooth, and it makes me move a little bit more easy. This I'm on concrete, so it's not super slidey, so you're going to see I'm going to add a little bit of a hop into the motion, where it's not actually necessary unless you get stuck in the position like I am, because my floor is not actually that sticky, okay? So again, for this one, I'm in my forearm position, and I'm going to come into my plank. My blanket is extended behind me. I'm going to tuck my hips under, and as I do, I'm going to slide my feet towards me. Okay, so I'm pushing into the floor, keeping my head tucked, so I'm looking between my arms. I'm looking towards my legs, right? I'm not looking up here. I'm nice and relaxed in my neck, and then from here, I'm going to scooch back. Okay, that was the little hop I was talking about. I only have to do that because I'm on the concrete floor, right? So again, I lift, and then I scooch back. All right, so that's your dolphin slide. Same thing as your last. You're doing 15 reps on day 1, and you're adding 5 reps per day, okay? Again, as with your dolphin walk, your dolphin slide has a lot to do with your abdominals, but it also has a lot to do with your shoulder stability. So you're focusing on pulling those shoulders back and down, pinching your shoulder blades together, and really, really focusing on staying stable and not wobbling side to side, okay? That was exercise number 4. Now exercise number 5 is your forearm plank. Okay, so we want to improve your forearm plank. If you are not in your forearm plank, then you're going to do your dolphin hold. So again, reviewing your dolphin hold. Your feet are tucked, or so you're on the balls of your feet, you're driving your heels down. Your bum is lifted, your back is flat, your shoulders are above your elbows, and your head is relaxed. Okay, if you want to challenge yourself, then you're going to walk your feet into as much of a pike as you can. Sorry, hard to talk upside down. You're going to hold your feet in as far as you can in that pike, and all you're doing is the dolphin hold, and you're doing it until you cannot anymore, okay? So day 1 for exercise number 5 is the forearm stand / your dolphin, if you can't do a forearm stand yet, and you're going to do this until failure. So day 1 is 1 hold until failure, and every single day you're adding a hold till failure. So on day 5, you will be doing 5 holds until failure, okay? So day 1 is 1, day 2 is 2, day 3 is 3, 4 is 4, 5 is 5. So again, by day 5, you're doing 5 holds until failure. If you're not in, or if you are progressed into your forearm stand, you're not doing the dolphin hold, unless on day 5 you're like totally pooched and you've done 4 forearm stands till failure and you want to do a 5th in your dolphin, then fine. But otherwise, I really want you to force yourself to hold this forearm stand and to progress and to just get past the mental block of I can't do this, because you can. Your brain was designed to keep you safe, not to make you happy. So once your brain tells you that you can't or you're tired, you actually have like 70% more effort left in you that you don't know about. So when you think you're tired, just tell it to shut up and keep trying. So I did post a link to how to do a forearm stand in the tracker form. I believe it was in the tracker form, or perhaps it was the questionnaire. It was in the questionnaire, in the entry form. Okay, so in your entry form, which you have to submit, so you must know what I'm talking about, I do have a how to do a forearm stand video in that link. However, I'm going to explain it again in this video because I'm here already and I might as well. So again, getting into your forearm stand, you're going to come into your forearm plank by the wall. Your hands are close to the wall, and in this, if you are in a clasped hand, you want to think about tucking one pinky in front of the other, rather than having them one on top of the other, okay? So again, that's one in front of the other. From here, my hands are fairly close to the wall, and I'm going to come up to my dolphin pose. From here, I have the option of stepping out into like a runner's lunge, and then I'm going to kick through my bent foot as I swing up to find the floor, or find the wall, okay? That's one option. If you're more advanced and you want to try and work on your pike mount, or maybe you're working on a little bit more of a deadlift mount, then you can try a bunny hop to come up. So from here, your tailbone is lifted, you're going to bend both knees, and then as you do, you're going to try and hop to into a tuck, whoop,
and then lift, okay? So if you're crashing into the wall, that's okay. We are working on it. If you're working again on a deadlift up, on the way down, focus on the same thing. So try and bring the legs down really, really, really slowly. Finally, if you have a pike or you're really working on your pike, legs are straight, and you want to think, I'm wearing a hair clip, it's very inconvenient. If you're in your pike, you want to think about lifting the toes up as far as you can towards you, squeezing the elbows together, and then lifting through the hips. So this is a hip hinge as well as a shoulder balance. If you can't get it up on the way up as nice, then you're going to try and do it on the way down. So my goal is to keep my bum over my head. So I'm in a straight line over here. I'm not letting my butt drop out until the last possible moment. Okay, so that was number 5. So like I mentioned, forearm stand is your last exercise. You're holding it till failure, and every single day you're adding 1 hold until failure. Awesome. Okay, I'm out of breath. Kind of nauseous because I just had my first Thanksgiving dinner, but that's okay. I hope this was a helpful video. Please shoot me a message if you need any more assistance or if I need to explain anything a little bit better. And have yourselves a lovely Thanksgiving, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 1. All right, thank you. Bye.